there's that. Go stick it on the wall based on this template up here. I'm up here on the wall and I'm going to basically roughly locate my studs here. Well, that should be the center of one, so that's right on the, I don't know if you can see that outlet box down there. Just on the other side of the clamps there. Yeah, they're in the center screen. So that's about the center of that one, so I'll go ahead and mark that. Tripod doesn't reach all up here. So that's about the center. I don't need to be exact on this yet. And then imagine 16 inches over here will be edge. So that'll be the other one. So I basically want that line set hole to be in between these two marks. And then I'll figure out where the bracket goes. I don't really care about whether I get it in stud. The thing doesn't weigh that much, so let's get it up here and get the template up here anyway. And then I'll get a level on it and we'll mark where we want to mount it. So I've placed my template up here. That was the mark on the right side there, just showing the stud there. That puts that hole right in the middle of, that's, you know, those two studs. And I may find, actually, you know what I should do? Shift this over so this is on a stud, this is on a stud, and then this falls into the following stud. Maybe that's what I'll do. So maybe I'll shift it to, yeah. So it's like right on the center of that. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Just see that mark right there. Put this bracket on the center of that. That should make this one fall on the other stud over there. We'll get more exact with it once we get the bracket up here. We'll figure out. I just want to get placement of this hole. But all right, I'm gonna punch a hole in that, in the middle of that circle, so I know where to drill the hole. And then I'll punch holes here so I have about where this bracket goes. So I'll be able to put the bracket up and go from there. All right, I guess my face will be on the screen here, but got some cabinet screws. I don't know if you can see those or not. I'll show them to you. Check to see if it's blurry, but these are what you hang cabinets with in the kitchen. But I've marked those. I've marked these stud locations, so that should be the center of the stud. So because I want to be in this stud bay with the line set, I'm gonna go ahead and put this bad boy on the center of this one, and I'm hoping that that's going to give me. Put this one in here loosely, and I'm at least, you got to be at least 8 inches off the ceiling. So we're going to put this one in right here. That's definitely the stud there. Get our level. Right on there. Raise that up. So it's level. And we'll put another one in here. I've seen people go crazy with these screws, but you really don't need. No, I didn't stud there. That's fine. So it must be off the edge. Of it. Let's see. I guess I can just try a different hole. I'll go in this hole over here. Maybe I'm supposed to be in this one. Because I should have got a tape measure. See what 16. If this doesn't have to make a tape measure. Yeah, I think that's definitely a stud there. Just make sure this guy's level still. Yeah, she did drop a little bit. There you go, pull down on it and it'll be fine. Almost got the finger. Alright, sit down and these cheap screws, they strip out real good. Having to push in to keep them from strip out. All right, let's see what we got there. Level. Pretty close. Pretty close. Close enough. It was good for. All right, let's see if we probably have to come over here. This hole for this one. Through the center hole here. All right, she's in there. All right, so that's good there. Yeah, my walls might be off, so who knows. All right, that bracket's up. Now we can kind of figure it out. All right, so guess I should put the. Some people are thinking put this behind the. So that's about right there. So make sure I got it. Right where it's supposed to be. Maybe. Yeah, I guess I could have done a little bit better job at lining this up, but just make sure you get, so that's about. It doesn't have to be perfect, but of course I didn't bring the all up here, so hang on. Because I could just use a screwdriver. Oh, here it is down here. All right. That's up. All right, so that's lined up in those brackets, and just trying to make sure they're shit as the hair. All right, so that's about where that hole needs to be. About center of that hole is right there. All right, so that's where I'm gonna drill a hole, and I think they want to. Let me know it. Don't even. Oh, 2 3/4. Well, roughly 2 3/4. That's what we'll do. I'm gonna go find a bit for that. We'll open this hole up, and then we'll put that put the unit up here so we can figure out where we want to cut the hole out in the sheetrock. My fear is it's going to be right behind this clamp rack, so I may end up wanting to shift this down so I don't have to deal with this clamp rack. But hang tight. What I'm going to do here is take this line set and bend it so that it actually comes out, goes out, and then swoops down. It'll go in the wall cavity. My intention is not to go most people take and drill a hole and go straight out to the outside, and then they have this line set cover that they cover it with. And I'm gonna try and get away with that, without doing that. This looks like it's got plenty of length to hopefully get beyond my clamp rack there, so that I can cut. I have to take the clamps out down maybe and cut a hole underneath of it. But let me bend this up and get a measurement and see what we end up with. You got to be real delicate with these pipes, not to kink them up. I think there's a spring in here that helps you not kink it. That's what we'll start with. Got a nice little curve, so we'll go through the wall and then inside the cavity, and this will get bent down there. So what I need to do now is get a measurement from this clip to here to see if I'm going to clear my clamp rack. We're flipped around here, but let's see, we're probably let's say probably need to be in the 19 to 20 inches for the top of the hole that we will cut. Let's see, let's go up here and see what we got. 19 to 20 inches. So yeah, we'll be below the rack, so we should be good. All right. So I don't have 2 3/4, I got 3 inch, but it's probably better to be on the big side here anyway. As long as this hole, you know what, I'm gonna go a little higher, just so it makes sure the hole is behind the unit. All right. I'll make a mess, but it's all good. All right, I got the whole 3 inch hole there. I raised it up a little bit from the template because it was asking for a 2 3/4 hole, and I just didn't want it to I want to make sure that the unit actually covers the hole. So I'll feed the line set in through there, and it'll stop about right in here somewhere. I've got one of these access plates that I'm going to cut a hole out here, and that's where I'll fish the lines up through here, and then we'll cut another hole down here at the bottom. Hopefully I'll get the line set fed up through the wall, and I'll have those 2 access points. The one down here is where I connect the 2 line sets, and then the hole down there will be where I exit the building. And let me show you the access panel covers I got. All right, fresh from Home Depot, last purchase here. It's just a what are they called? Door and frame to be printed. Well, access, yeah, there it is. Access panel door with frame. So it's basically this outer rim, you cut a hole for that to set in, and then this middle pops out so that you can actually get behind the wall. I've got a couple of these in the house where I had to do some plumbing repairs behind a shower that ended up being behind a door in a closet or in a bedroom. And instead of repairing the sheetrock, I just put these in there, and actually was able to paint these, and you really can't tell that they're there, because especially when they're down low. But I think for a garage, this will be perfect. And I really wanted to avoid running that line set cover thing down the back of the garage on the brick. So we'll see. This is probably more work, but it'll look better in the long run, likely. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take these clamps down and then get a more exact measurement. And what I'll do is probably get a measurement to these and drill a 3 inch hole, and then go ahead and probably install it, test fit it to make sure I get this. I don't want to end up with that. I want this to be kind of centered over those 2 connections, so it'll be easier to connect the line set to them. So, all right, let me pull all these clamps down, and then we can go from there. All right, so I've got my hole there. I've marked down 22.5 inches from basically the bottom of this bracket down to here. That's about where the line set goes. So I'm gonna drill a small hole there, and then I'm gonna insert the line set in there. I know it's probably a little more work to do it that way, but it'll be interesting to see whether or not I'm able to fish that line set through there like that. My guess is it's not going to be easy because, I don't know, but the problem is getting it high enough and getting the line set work down in there. And I'm sure it's going to stab into this insulation and whatnot and bend all up. So I'll put you on the tripod and you get to watch the disaster. All right, hang on. I guess I already made my first mistake. I didn't account for the drain tube, but it's a little shorter. So hopefully it'll be easy enough to connect. So as long as I can get once we cut the big square out, I should be able to get my hand up in here and connect the this other piece of the drain tube in there. Or not sure, I may put on a piece of PVC in here to make it more rigid. But once we get there, we'll see. All right, I'm coming. This should be wrought with failure. 12 foot up in the air. What can go wrong? This is not going to go wrong. People are probably yelling at me like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen somebody do. Out of all the videos we watched, this is probably a two-person job. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be absolutely ridiculous. Try and hold this up with one hand. I guess I should have taped this up there. I want to do that. And get that bag out of there and tape this all up so it's not folded up. All right, back down. At round two, all I did was tape up the foam wrap to the end of the lines there, just to make it a little easier to shove down through this hole. I'll hold it with one hand, which this is going to be a failure as well because I guess I'm supposed to drill that hole first. See, I told you. This is a drain bit. Push that side, and push that side. There you go, holes in the back, you just push it out. Easy enough. All right, let's go through the sheetrock again. Ooh, gotta hold onto the drill there. All right, so there goes the bit. Won't be drilling any more holes in that now. All right, put that down there, and now we'll bring the line set back up. We're going to adjust the camera again. All right, this will be number 3, and it'll probably be a failure. Probably will wish I just go ahead and cut the hole ends and done with it. All right, let's see. I do need another set of hands. Somewhat. This line set doesn't get changed. Alright, this is not the recommended way to do it. That's pretty obvious. And a little bit. Yeah, this is not going to work. I thought it was. I'm going to need something to be able to pull it, I think. Yeah. I need something to be able to pull it down. All right, I'm gonna get butchery with this. Let's see. We're gonna come up about right here. This will all be back behind the unit. So, there's probably may make it a little easier on us. Oh yeah, I can hear it. Feel that it was in the. Oh yeah, we got that. There's a 2x. That's because this wall so tall. It's an 8-foot piece of OSB on the wall, and then it probably comes about right. Right here, it's all right. There's a 2x4 that's laid, turned sideways, thankfully. That I need to have to be able to feed that line set back by. So what I may do, get me a piece of PVC plate. That's really worth it. I'll be able to get insulation pushing against it. It's unlikely that I'm going to be able to get through that. Well, let me find me a piece of string or something. Let's see here. So basically I took that strap and taped it to the back side of this. So the thought is the insulation will be on this side and it'll keep it from snagging, and then let it, as long as this goes by that 2x4 that's laying on that side. Maybe I'll show you a little diagram. Actually, I know what I'll do. A 2x4, there's a 2x4 inside the wall, but thankfully I turned them on the edge so that I could feed wires through there like that. All right, let's see what we can do here. If nothing else, it should be entertainment for everybody watching. All right, make sure we get that down. Well, it went through the first time. Well, it's going off to the sides with the issues. That should be. It's in there somewhere. Let's see. Oh yeah. All right, there we go. All right. At least now we've got something to anchor on. Put that back in there, and then, all right, and then hold that against the wall. There's my board. Oh yeah, look at there. That works like a champ. Probably ripping the insulation. Now let me get this up here where it needs to be. We'll probably let it go. Yeah, I'm probably destroying this line set. Oh yeah, there's the line set there. All right, let's see if we can shove this drain thing down in there. All right, that's in the hole somewhat. Close, but close enough. I think we got some problems with our bins here. Disinfect this now. That's not working. I think it's hanging on the fact that it's sitting on this. Yeah, that's what it is. All right. Okay. This panel here. Snaps off. And then leave. There we go. Something still hanging on to it. There we go. Now, no, that's oh, there we go. All right, I should have took that off before. So, forgot about the control cable too as well. That's got to be fed up through there and connected to the indoor unit, so that'll be fun. I'll open up one of these guys and pop the center out, and then use that as a template to cut that hole out. We'll put that on there, level it up, and mark the outside rim of this all the way around it, and then we'll cut a hole. We'll be right back. All right, so my line set is probably right here, so it was a little high on the hole. So I'm thinking right there is pretty good. We'll take a level, just so that it looks sturdy. And we'll kind of cock it, wrong way. Get that level there, all right. Now, take the pencil and go around on the outside of this plate. Make sure I get all four sides here. It's probably going to out. Actually, extend these lines. This will be too tight, and then I'll have to open it up a little bit. So I should be good to cut all three sides of this without any fear of cutting anything, because there's only the sheetrock and insulation there. Go. And there's our lines from the heat pump. So then we'll fish our other lines down through there through a hole on the outside. All right, so now I need to figure out where I want the hole to go through to the outside, and that's going to require me to get some measurements on how far I want this unit to set off the ground. So I can zoom back. I didn't know I was zoomed in, so I'm not sure how much of that you saw, but how far I want this to set up off the ground, because I'm actually going to mount it to the brick wall in the back. Now I want this one probably 2 or 3 foot off the ground. What I want to clear our lawnmower to make sure that it doesn't get smacked by the lawnmower as we cut grass going around there, and I'll show you some pictures of that. It might be, I think it's getting too dark now to focus on the outside. What I might do is go ahead and try and pull that control cable down through there and get that mounted. Maybe that's what we'll do, now that I think about it. Let me get set up to do that, and I'll be right back at you. I'm going to see if I can reach up in here and find that drain hose. Let's see if my big meaty hand can get anywhere near it. My guess is it's not in this side. Let's go on this side. Line set. Yeah. And I look at it, it's going uphill, so we're gonna have to do something about that. I think you can take this bracket, is one of the better ones, where you press this. Let's see if we can You press each one of these to the side here. Let you tilt this up. And you see that little bracket there? You can actually tilt that. Let me tilt it so figure out how it goes here. Oh yeah, there we go. As I just knocked it off the wall, so it's a little hard to, but I do think I know where the drain line is now. It's on the other side of that 2x4 that we were talking about earlier. I've completely knocked the unit off the wall. So, yeah, there's that. I'll flip you over so maybe you can see the trouble I'm in here now. Yeah, this is probably not the way to do it. It all sounded good in theory, but I needed more curvature at the start of this guy, I think. Let me go ahead and pull this drain tube out. See if I can get it going downhill better. They should have put a pull wire on it too. Yeah, it's going into the inside of the insulation. And I can't get to it. Alright. Yeah, this might be. Alright. I don't know if that's gonna fall off the wall here in a second. Alright, thankfully I've got this little ledge here to rest my elbow on so I can pretty much hold this unit up. Trying to feed this way, it'll push past that. Yeah, I should have put a pull wire on this one as well. There we go. I got a hold of it now. Alright. There we go. Now if we just get it set back on those brackets. Alright. The drain tube is now just inside of the wall, probably about right there. So I should be able to hook something to that and with no problem. So we're back. Actually, it's more stable this time than it was before. So maybe that was the drain line was what's, and it looks like it's got a good downward slope on it. So I think we're good as long as I don't forget to hook up the drain line to it. I think we can take and stick this on there. At least we'll know what we need to do here. It's just right here. I may get some insulation. Yeah, should have went a little higher with my hole, but that'll remind me to do something with that. So now let me fish. I need to fish the control wire up at this cut off so I can fish it back down again to pull this control wire up through the hole. Hang tight. Yeah, I thought, I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was wrapping an electrical connection, I think. I gotta find the end of it so it'll come off properly. I'm not sure that was it, but. Oh, Lord. Sometimes I just don't know. I know I watched two videos where the guy installed one of these and forgot to put the control cable in and had to end up taking it back down. I was like, oh, that was a rookie mistake. I won't forget that. That'll be the first thing I do. Well, here we are. Alright, that's probably going up to where I don't really want to go. All right, I'll leave that tape on there until we're ready to go with that. The likelihood that I'll get this fed through there again without pulling this back out of the wall is slim to none. You have to get the fish tape, the real fish tape. I don't know where it's going, but it's probably going up. Oh, look at that. Could have done that better. All right, let's take the control wire to that. The other cables I saw had pins. Both of these have spades, so they're exactly the same, so it doesn't matter which end on this cable. So let's get our electrical tape again. And let's see, we gotta go up, so. All right, let's do that. Cover up those end pieces, then go around a couple times here just to keep the cable from pulling off. That should be plenty. Unless we hit a snag. And I will fold a little in. I see some guys, they'll twist it around before they pull it off. I would have done that had I thought about it before I actually pulled the tape off. I didn't think about it before just then, so I think the camera's set on the lower hole so you can't see the, let me angle you up a little bit. It's easier said than done backwards. Hold on. All right, push and pull. Let's see if we can. Problem is, I think we need to be able to pull up. There we go. Really only need probably not even that much cable. But, all right, see the pull tab, how much easier that tape come off that time. All right, now we need to pull the front cover off of the thing. I think that's what we need to do. And feed that up. I think it has to go up in the up in this part of the. May have to pull it off the wall again. Who knows? All right, I think. Let's. Oh, let me. You are moving up now. There it is. All right. I'm not sure if this. Oh, that stays up. All right, now I'm going to need my. I don't know if I need to. Oh yeah, I need to take this panel off. Let me get the bigger ladder so I can get up here. All right. Let's see. This would have been so much better if I'd have done it while it was off the. I'm not sure how this. Oh, there we go. It just lifts off like so. Put the screw right there so we can lose it. All right. Now, looks like it's. There's a hole back there on the underside of it. But I guess it's supposed to go through right there. I guess so. I think that's pretty. Oh no, it goes over to the side here. All right, so it goes right from here, basically straight down. So we'll try feeding it through by hand here. Yeah, there it is. It just comes up through. There's a kind of like a little trough through there. There's a couple of the wires on through there. Let's see here. There we go. All right. Now we'll just pull that. There we go. All right. Now, this is pretty straightforward. There's a 1, 2, 3 ground. I think if you've seen all the rest of the videos, green goes on this ground lug, and then like everybody else says, it doesn't matter. This is actually yellow wire, which is weird, but normally it's black, red, white. So we'll put white on 3, black on 1, yellow on 2, and white on. I said I was gonna do it in alphabetical order, but yeah, let's do that. So we'll do black, white, yellow. Yeah, all right, let's do that. As long as we do it the same on both sides, it doesn't matter. All right, there's a strain relief here for the cable. Take this out so we can lose the screw, or even the plastic piece. So we'll leave that right there. Oh, thankfully it's got a little catch in it so it doesn't come off. All right, so we said black. All right. Hopefully you can see this. I'll get you a close-up shot here in a second. All right, I think there's a little compression, like a washer. I think this needs to be underneath. It's like a flat rectangle washer that's underneath the screw. I think you want it underneath that so that it over there. Put white next. 1, 2. Yeah, I looked at the video of the Turbro website, and all they show is the installation of the indoor unit. So it makes it look easy. It looks like people want to buy them, and then I see on the reviews where people complain about the fact that they don't tell you that you need a vacuum pump and a gauge set or a micron gauge or what have you. All right, I'll put this white one on top of the, put that underneath the, there we go, I think that, oh. All right, click. That's me torquing them down. Click. Click. All right. All right, so the weird thing about the ground screw is you got to take it all the way out because it's a I don't know what you call it, eyelet type. All right, so we do that. Put it through there. Put it back in the hole. And the reason I bought this one because it was pretty cheap. I think it was $6.79 on Amazon. And now with the issues with the shipping where I had the big hole in the side of it, I actually need to put this this strain relief back on it. I think they're going to give me at least 10% off. I'm trying to get, I asked for 20. They haven't responded yet. So I figured I'm okay with 10. I was just trying to be greedy and see what they come back with. In worst case, it's not worth it to me to send it back because actually at first they wanted to charge me shipping for it, but after telling them it was damaged, I think they agreed to. See, I told you I dropped the screw. After I sent them pictures of the damage, I just saw that it was the normal where the evaporator core fins get bent up. All right, I think we're good there. Actually, I guess we got the video. Well, I know it's in black, white, yellow, green, so it's in alphabetical order, except for green, of course. Green goes to green always. But this is a 210, but I think it's there's only one 10 coming in on the outside, but you feed the outdoor unit with 220 on this model. All right, so that's, I guess I didn't get you a close up. Let me take this back off real quick. Bring the camera up here and, oh Lord. I'm like doing it twice. Or in the case of this, mounting this thing up here, it was what, 6 times? All right, so that's the, I don't know if you can see in there, but with the lighting in here, but 1, 2, 3, ground, and just this cable strain relief. I'm not sure how much you could see from when I was feeding it through. This is the actual Wi-Fi connector. Like on the Pioneers, you have to pay for that separately. So that was another reason I bought this one. But all right, so let's get that back on and close this unit up, and then I think we're going to call it for the day, and then we'll be back at this tomorrow.